It's Thursday, September 6th, 2018, and it's time for football! NFL! CFL's been going on a while, so we've technically had some football, but the NFL is back now. And in America, it's number one, and it should be, because other sports are boring, but I like some of them, but they're not as exciting, because there's not people smashing into each other. Not like soccer, when they rub against each other, one guy falls down and is injured for the next 7 days. Can't handle that. Can't watch that. NBA, somebody rubs up against somebody and they get thrown into the stands and they pretend. Very good actors. Baseball, don't. Nobody hits anybody. A bat hits a ball. Sometimes the ball hits a guy going really fast. It's dangerous. Hockey, it's just a reason to fight. They just skate around until somebody decides they want to beat somebody up. That's hockey, right? That's what they do. There's a little rubber thing on the ice, and then two people get pissed off and beat each other up. Gloves come off and just start punching. Okay, so I am going to pick the games, winners and losers. And I'm not really going to keep track of these. When I keep track of these, I start to care way too much, and then I overthink it. I don't want to overthink this. In fact, I have not even really looked at the Week 1 schedule. Of course, I know about tonight's game, Atlanta versus Philadelphia. I'm going to pick that for you real quick. Atlanta's going to win. You know why? Nick Foles is not that good of a regular season quarterback. He's going to have something forever, which is going to be a Super Bowl ring. You can never take that away from him. But since he had his one magical year where he threw like 17 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions, he hasn't been very good in the regular season. And I'm guessing that's not going to continue tonight. A lot of people are saying that the Philadelphia Eagles are a little complacent, but they have some people on their teams that are trying to get rid of the complacency. Who's going to win out? I just think that until Philadelphia gets Carson Wentz back, I will pick Atlanta to win this game in kind of an upset. Although right now they have it as a pick'em game, and I'm guessing that has a lot to do with Nick Foles. So let's move on to Sunday. There won't be any games on Saturday. We're going to move to Sunday. Now remember, this is all just quick stuff. Try to keep each little preview to under a minute. We're going to try. But of course, the next game, Seattle at Denver. I'm a Bronco fan. Live here in Colorado. I love my Broncos. I'm picking Denver. Seattle, I think, is going to have a rough year this year. I don't think Seattle's going to do very well. I think Earl Thomas, he did end his holdout, according to some reports, but I just don't see that defense is not going to be nearly as strong as it has been in the past. I don't think their offense is going to be as good. I think Denver has improved on defense and on offense. I think they're improved on both sides of the ball. It's in Denver. Denver's getting 3 points. I think they'll win by at least a touchdown. Buffalo at Baltimore. Flacco starting. Buffalo, I think, is starting Josh Allen in Baltimore. Baltimore still a pretty strong defense. Offense is mediocre at best, but I'll take Baltimore at home. I think Buffalo is not going to sneak up on anybody this year, and they're going to have a rough go of it. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. I get it. Tyrod Taylor is a solid football player. Pittsburgh is going to kill him. Cleveland is improved, but Pittsburgh is my pick to go to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. So if I don't pick Pittsburgh to beat Cleveland, now I'm going to be rooting for Cleveland because I feel bad for that team. I feel bad for any team that loses all 16 games in the previous season. I almost want them to win the first game in the next season just so they can get that monkey off their back real quick. But Pittsburgh should be able to put them down. Cincinnati at Indianapolis. Indy. No real reason. Andrew Luck, I think, is playing a little bit better. Indy is better than Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati, I don't see Cincinnati being very good this year. I think they're going to be in last place in their division. I think they'll finish behind Cleveland. Tennessee at Miami. Oh, this is a snooze fest of a game. I'm going to take Tennessee. I just don't. I've never been a believer in Tannehill. I think that when the Miami Dolphins took Tannehill with like the 9th pick overall, they were reaching to get a quarterback. And I don't think Tannehill's ever paid dividends. I think he's been serviceable. He's put up some yards, but you know what? There were years where Scott Mitchell put up good yardage. Putting up a lot of yards doesn't mean you're a great quarterback or a good quarterback or helping your team win. Sometimes you're putting up a ton of yardage because your team is way behind because you didn't do anything on offense early in the game, so you're throwing a lot of passes at the end trying to catch up, and it's a lot of junk time passes. So, no. San Francisco and Miami, or Minnesota, excuse me. I want to pick San Francisco so badly. I really, really like Garoppolo. Right now, if he ever gets to be really good, I may end up hating the guy later down the road. But I like Garoppolo. I'm rooting for Garoppolo. But Minnesota, I think, has too strong of a defense. This is in Minnesota. I will be rooting for San Francisco, but I think Minnesota's defense. But I'm telling you right now, I also think Kirk Cousins is overrated. So I would have never given Kirk Cousins that kind of money. Houston at New England, being that this is the first game of the season. Deshaun Watson, he's probably going to look to get rid of a little bit of the ring rust because he didn't play for most of last year. The Patriots are the Patriots, but I'm going to pick the upset. I'm going to go Houston in this one. I'm going to take Houston, and I'm only going to take Houston because this is probably the only time we are going to see a healthy Deshaun Watson, Jadeveon Clowney, and J.J. Watt. Unless something's happened that I haven't seen in the news where one of them got hurt, like getting on the plane. I don't know. I'm going to take Houston in this game in a major upset. It's not that I think New England is not going to be good enough. I just think that this will be I think this is going to be the only chance where all three of those guys are going to be on the field healthy, playing in the same game, and I think it'll result in a victory over New England in New England. And I think I'm still not a big believer in all those the gaping holes at wide receiver. I know Tom Brady has made rock stars out of some of the worst wide receivers, but boy, I'll tell you, I don't know how much longer. If he makes these guys look like rock stars, waive that 5-year thing to put him in the Hall of Fame right now. What are we waiting for? If he can make these guys look like rock stars, I just give Brady his own wing in the Hall of Fame, really. But I'm still going to take Houston. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa Bay is going to be the worst team in the NFL this year. Mark my words, they are going to have the worst record in the NFL. New Orleans will New Orleans will kill them. Jacksonville at the Giants. Jacksonville is favored in this game in New York. No way. Giants, easy. Kansas City at the LA Chargers. I'm just not a believer in this LA Chargers team. I know that everybody wants to sit there, but I'm also not a believer in Pat Mahomes. But it's going to be one of those things. The LA Chargers, this is still the Chargers franchise, and they're going to have one half of the season that's going to be bad and one half of the season that's going to be good. I'm taking the Chiefs in the upset. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Only because I don't think there's enough film yet on Pat Mahomes, and he might be able to surprise them. Andy Reid is a good offensive mind in the regular season, and he might be able to surprise this team. And like I said, San Diego, when they have high expectations, usually gives them they usually give back low results. When they have high expectations, they perform way below them. And I'm going to say that's still going to be the case. So take Kansas City. Washington at Arizona, another snoozer game. To me, that's in Arizona. I still think Washington's got a better team than Arizona does, so I'll take Washington. Dallas at Carolina. I picked Carolina to win their division. Dallas will be an okay team. Give it to Carolina in Carolina. I think Carolina is going to have a much better year than some people are thinking. They will win the division, even though the division is pretty strong. A lot of people are saying it's strong. I don't think that division is strong as a lot of other people are saying, but I will say Carolina wins this game. Chicago at Green Bay. I know they just added Khalil Mack, and he's a difference maker, but this is in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is feeling good. And I'm still not. I still got to see more of Mitch Trubisky doing something more than throwing one touchdown pass a game. He's got to do more. So I'm going to take Green Bay in this game. Then we got the Monday night games. The Jets at Detroit. I'm going to go upset. I'm going to take the Jets because I think Detroit is going to be. I think Detroit's going to be awful as well. So I'm going to take. This is all early stuff. I'm going to take the Jets. I'm going to say Sam Darnold gets his first victory, being the youngest starting quarterback. He's going to get his first victory on Monday night. And then you got the LA Rams at Oakland. Oakland does not have Khalil Mack to get after Jared Goff. Or I think it's Bruce Irving that's going to have. He's going to get double and triple teamed. So, to me, it's just going to be one of those things where I am going to take the LA Rams easy. I picked the LA Rams to win the Super Bowl in one of my previous videos. I'm going to take the LA Rams to pretty much smoke this team. They're only getting 4. So I don't know what the odds makers are really doing. They're giving Detroit 6.5 over the Jets. Detroit is not 6.5 points better than the Jets. But they're giving the Rams only 4 points over Oakland, who just lost their best defensive player. I wish I lived in Vegas. I'd totally put money on that because I think the Rams are easily going to get I think they'll get 14 over the Oakland Raiders. So let me know how bad you think I picked down in the comments below. And with all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.